ওয়েলকাম টু সিস্টেম স্টাডি স্কোপ। আজকে আমরা নিয়ে চলে এসেছি আউট অফ বিজনেসের কিছু কনসেপ্ট ক্লিয়ার এমসিকিউজ। তো ফার্স্ট এমসিকিউ থেকে স্টার্ট করা যাক। হু ইজ দ্য প্রোটাগনিস্ট অফ দিস স্টোরি আউট অফ বিজনেস? প্রোটাগনিস্ট কথার অর্থ হয় মেন ক্যারেক্টার। অপশন বি, রামা রাও। ইন হুইচ ফিকশনাল টাউন ইন দ্য স্টোরি সেট মালগুড়ি? আমরা গল্প ডিসকাশন করার সময় এটা বলেছিলাম যে মালগুড়ি একটা ফিকশনাল টাউন, যেটা RK নারায়ণ ক্রিয়েট করেছিলেন তার শর্ট স্টোরিতে ইউজ করার জন্য। মালেশ্বরম এবং ভাসাভানগুড়ি এই দুটি শহরের নামকে মিক্সড করে মালগুড়ি নামটা কিন্তু দেওয়া হয়েছে। হোয়াট ওয়াজ রামারাও's profession before he went out of business? A Malgudi agent for a gramophone company. Where was the factory of the gramophone company located? Option B, Northern India. How long did Ramarao's business prosper before the crash? 5 years. What specific item was Ramarao planning to buy just before the crash? A baby car. Where did the bank crash that tricked the company's collapse occur? Lahore. Who was responsible for the financial crash? A financier in Bombay. How did a Bombay financier die? His car fell over a cliff. Why was the financier death suspected to be suicide? কেন suicide মনে করা হতো? Because his wife eloped with his cashier. Where did Ramarao live when he saw wealthy? The extension. After losing his business, where did Ramarao move his family? To a very small house behind the market. What did Ramarao's wife do with his bungalow in the extension? She rented it out. Approximately how old is Ramarao in the story? Approaching 40. How did Ramarao's wife react to their poverty? She became mentally unstable. She managed the home calmly and sensibly. What did Ramarao do immediately after losing his job? He applied for jobs and met people for help. Why did Ramarao stop applying for jobs eventually? People's refusal and indifference hurt him. সব জায়গায় সেম কথা ছিল, সবাই বলতো যে এখন কিছু নেই, পরে যখন অপরচুনিটি হবে তখন অবশ্যই জানাবে। What change was observed in Ramarao's children? They had to change schools and wore faded clothes. Who did Ramarao's wife dismiss to save money? The cook and the servant. What was Ramarao's main source of income after renting out his bungalow? The rented money. What magazine did Ramarao come across in the Jubilee reading room? The Captain. What attracted Ramarao to the Captain? Its crossword puzzles contest. What the first prize offered by the Captain for solving the puzzle? 4,000 taka. How much did Ramarao ask his wife for every week to send his puzzle entry? 1 rupee. Why did Ramarao become quarrelsome with his wife? She refused to cook for him. She stopped him for going out. She sometimes refused or questioned giving him the rupee. তাহলে এটাই হবে অ্যান্সার। She sometimes refused or questioned giving him the rupee. How many days a week did Ramarao spend thinking about the puzzle? The entire week. What typically happened when the puzzle's results were announced? Ramarao won a consolation prize, Ramarao won the first prize, Ramarao lost, and someone else won. এটাই হয়। Option C. Where were the winners of the puzzle usually from? Places like Balochistan, Dhaka, or Ceylon. What was the special offer in the final puzzle Ramarao attempted? Only 4 doubtable corners to solve. How much money did Ramarao send for the special offer puzzle? 5 rupee. How did Ramarao feel after checking the result of the special offer puzzle? Stunned and desperate. হতাশ হয়ে পড়েছিল। What did Ramarao decide to do after his final failure? Rob a bank, commit suicide, beg on the street, leave the country. Commit suicide. Where did Ramarao go to carry out his plan? The river Sarayu, a cliff, the railway line. What time did the train usually pass by the spot Ramarao chose? শর্টলি আফটার ডার্ক, তবে সবে ইভিনিং স্টার্ট হচ্ছিল, তো শর্টলি আফটার ডার্কই মনে হচ্ছে, কারণ 5 PM তো হবে না, মিড নাইট তো ছিল না, নুনও ছিল না, তো শর্টলি আফটার ডার্কই হবে। While waiting on the tracks, what did Ramada worry about regarding his body? That it would be unrecognizable, that it would be eaten by animals, or that it would be unrecognizable হবে answer. Why did not the train arrive on time? There was a goods train derailed. রেল থেকে গাড়ি নেমে গেছিল, মাল ভর্তি গাড়ি। How long was the train delayed? 3 hours. Who informed Ramarao about the train delay? A passerby near the tracks. ট্রাকের পাশে যারা লোকজন ছিল তাদের মধ্যে কেউ একজন বলেছিল। How did Ramarao interrupt the train delay? As bad luck, as a sign from God that he should live, as a mere inconvenience, as a chance to change the location. What was the physical state of Ramarao when he returned home? He was drenched in rain, he was exhausted and gloomy. What good news was waiting for Ramarao when he returned home? Our tenant was willing to buy his bungalow. His tenant, তার যে tenant ছিল সে তার বাংলোটা কিনতে চাইছিল। How much was the tenant offering for the bungalow? 4,500 rupee. এটা ভেবেছিল রামারাও, তারা বলেছিল একটা ভালো টাকা তারা দিতে রাজি আছে। What did Ramarao plan to do with the money from the house sale? Give it to his wife and go to Madras to find work. How much money did Ramarao plan to take with him to Madras? 500 টাকা. What is the main theme of the story Out of Business? The dangers of gambling, the fluctuations of fortune and the importance of hope, the corruption in business, the life of railway workers. So the fluctuations of fortune and the importance of hope. এটাই হবে answer. How does the story end? Ramarao becomes rich again instantly? No. Ramarao dies? No. Ramarao sits down to eat with a sense of relief and hope. Ramarao leaves his family. Why does Ramarao decide to leave all money in his wife's hands? He does not trust himself with money anymore. এটাই হবে answer. Which collection of stories typically includes Out of Business? এটা হবে মালগুড়ি ডেজ। ওকে ওকে, আশা করি তোমরা বুঝতে পেরেছো। দেখা হচ্ছে আবার নেক্সট ভিডিওতে। আজকের জন্য এতটাই। থ্যাংক ইউ ফর ওয়াচিং।